When Apple invented the personal computer, we were all alone in the world. But soon it seemed that everybody was trying to build a better Apple.
But my Lisa's different. You see, it works the way I do. I can create and combine words, numbers, charts, and pictures virtually in seconds. This entire arrangement is called the Desktop Manager. We control Lisa by pointing to these images on the screen with this unique item called a mouse.
Lisa from Apple. So advanced it puts us right back where we started. Alone again.
To complete the graph, I can add titles in different type styles and sizes, just as I could in the memo.
Soon there'll be just two kinds of people. Those who use computers and those who use apples.
What is Newton? Newton is digital. Newton is personal. Newton is magic.
The Newton. This is the first gadget to be referred to as a personal digital assistant. It was an early portable work device. Portable being an interesting word. It's kind of big. It's an ancestor to the iPhone. Some say it was ahead of its time. Some just call it a failure.
Newton is as powerful as a computer. Newton is as simple as a piece of paper. Newton is intelligent. Newton learns about you, understands you. Newton is news.
The Newton had a killer feature. Handwriting recognition. Scribble a word and see converted into text. But that killer feature may have been what actually killed it, because the Newton was lampooned for being bad at translating handwriting.
Newton can receive a page, it sends faxes, and soon electronic mail.
It's monochrome. Tapping this does nothing. Actually, it says. What does that mean?
Newton lets you communicate with the whole world, and if there's anything this world could use, it is more communication.
Just coming with it, just like showing like what it has. It's not that this is mostly math, calculating, help. No easy app store here.
Most computer companies would have said this is an impossible task. They would have walked away from it. I mean, to take a computer 4 times its size and pack it down into an 8-inch cube, it seems impossible.
Because if this is the size of a Power Mac G4, we have miniaturized all that power into something this size. Okay? From this to this. And what we've miniaturized it into is an 8-inch cube.
The G4 Cube starts out with 64 megabytes of memory, expandable up to 1.5 gigabytes of RAM. It starts with a 20 gigabyte hard drive, configurable up to 40 gigabytes. It's got all the I/O you could ever want. Ethernet, USB, FireWire, everything you need is in the cube.
The heart of the G4 Cube is incredibly complex. I mean, it's a supercomputer. But we were looking for a final design that was very simple. A design that left you with a sense of, well, of course, that's the most natural, the most elegant solution possible.
And I just love how the Cube looks. I mean, it's just the coolest looking computer on the planet.
Whether you do publishing, web design, video editing, this machine was made for you.
So if you imagine an object that is a television, that's a radio, that's a computer, whatever computer means. You imagine an object that has an incredible sound system. You imagine all of those functionalities, all of those technologies, you imagine them converging into one object. What should that object be? What on earth should it look like?
It was one of the first things Steve Jobs killed when he came back to the company, and I suspect he did it standing inside a pentagram, because this thing is so not him.
We wanted to try and manage the cables better, to actually make the thing easy to set up, but also to make sure that the back of the computer, the back of the object was as well resolved as the front. You can have the pointing device integrated with the palm rest. You can actually detach it and use it to the side of the keyboard, or you can actually replace it with a mouse altogether.
20th anniversary Mac was star-crossed from the beginning. It launched in 1997, Apple's 21st year.
It's been called a game machine. It's been called an internet console. It's been called a multimedia player. It's really not one of those individually, but actually all of them together.
Pippin technology is is technology derived from the Power Mac architecture. It's been derived here at Apple Computer, represents sophisticated computing, but in a consumer appliance.
It was gutless, there was damn near nothing to run on it in terms of titles, and the price was like $600.
Pippin is not a completely new type of architecture. It's based on Macintosh. And so if you're a Macintosh developer today, you really don't have to do very much in order to get something to work on Pippin.
Pippin is very exciting as a new class of consumer appliance because it really starts to address a whole new market space that personal computer companies have not really tapped yet. One of the exciting parts about Pippin is that it repackages very powerful technology, PowerPC technology from Apple, Macintosh operating system, the very best in CD-ROM technology and audio quality, into an appliance that's easy to use and has a very obvious usage model for the consumer.
Wow, for a small box it sure does a lot. For developers, for retailers, for consumers interested in finding out more about the Pippin, please come to the Pippin website at www.pippin.apple.com.